But let's say that I have it for 11 seconds, which is outside of the realm of the 10 seconds, and I can have this running. So this would simulate me downloading something. I'd be over on a different website, scrolling, browsing around, and when the process finishes, I would hear the mp3 like that. Then I would head back over to the terminal knowing that it had just finished. All right, so this weekend I was working on-device large language models. So I would have to download these huge files, like 2.2 gigabytes, and I'd be waiting for it and waiting for it. And rather than just sit here on the computer and watch it download, I would end up going to like a different website, maybe going to the Hugging Face website and just looking at different models or researching different things. And then while it was downloading in the background, I wouldn't notice that it had actually finished or something. So I would end up spending a lot of time doing something that wasn't my actual task because I was waiting for the download or the process to complete. So what I ended up doing here was I ended up making this shell script that would actually play the Mario Big Mushroom power-up sound when the process had actually finished, like a download had finished, like I'd gone to a different website and I was browsing something, and then the download had finished. I would get an audio signal to let me know, okay, the download is finished. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you how I added this to my Z shell reconfiguration file, and I'm going to open that in Vim, and it's at the bottom right here. So we've got a script right here. It says play sound after completing a task. So when you start a task, the timer starts. And then when the timer ends, after you finish the task, it checks, okay, has this been over 10 seconds? Because initially I had it set to just play after you finish the task, but it was doing that for everything, even like ls command or something. So I ended up putting it at 10 seconds, fully reconfigurable. You have all of the files if you download the repo, and you can change this to 20 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever you want to do. And then this next line actually removes some of that cruft where it would show me the process that had just finished, the process number, and I just don't care about seeing that. So this removes that from being streamed to the terminal when the process is finished. And then it gets called right down here, and that's it. So I'm gonna get back out of this. And so now that I'm out of this, I can show you how it doesn't run when you have just like a normal command. So this is just saying for sleep for 5 seconds, and once it finishes, there's no sound. But let's say that I have it for 11 seconds, which is outside of the realm of the 10 seconds, and I can have this running. So this would simulate me downloading something. I'd be over on a different website, scrolling, browsing around, and when the process finishes, I would hear the mp3 like that. Then I would head back over to the terminal knowing that it had just finished. So if this is something that you're interested in, I bundled it up as a open source repo that you can download from my GitHub. It's called Terminal Task Alert. It's got a README in here with access to all of the files I talked about. And it shows you how to install it, how to configure it with that different amount of time if you want to change that. And then it also has a shell script for playing the mp3, and it has the mp3 included as well. You're going to have to make the shell script executable, so you just use the chmod directive right there, and then you can reload your Z shell reconfiguration file, and then it'll work. And I'll be putting my video at the bottom here. So thanks for following along. If you want to download this, it is a public repo that you can download right now. Thanks.